Hello and good morning from Antalya in Turkey. My name is Tony J. Selimi, and with me I have this gorgeous lady, a goddess, an entrepreneur, an author, and now what the world's gonna know about her, the freedom alchemists. And we are here to doing 2 weeks of intense business coaching, mentoring, training, as well as delivering custom-made program called Vital Planning Evolutionary Experience, which is in the moment coaching designed for you to take you to a whole new level never imagined. And this lady in here, we started this journey about a year and a half ago, and most of you know who Tammy is now. Some of you, my clients and people who came to my 50th birthday and the launch of Living My Illusion, you also saw she sang me Marilyn Monroe style happy birthday. So we are so pleased to go live with you guys to share some of the experiences with the hope to be of value to you and to see how in uncertainty you also can actually use that time to get exactly what you want from your life, but also what are some of the blockages that most people are there, most entrepreneurs, most authors, most leaders, business owners, professional people don't see that stop you from really creating experiences like this where you consistently grow, expand, and get what you want from life. And now I'm gonna pass on to you, gorgeous Tammy, to share with you just some of the things that she's working in here, some of her challenges, experiences, and aha moments.
So one of the things that I want to share is that when you put yourself in the position of saying yes, you don't realize that there's already this universe that is just smiling at you and going, I'm going to give you more yeses to say yes to than you can possibly imagine. So there are times in this process that I'm crying, I'm laughing, I'm wanting to run out of the room. I'm like, I don't get it. You're not explaining it.
And sometimes you want to go like slap, slap, slap.
I never do any of those things.
But she wants to in her head.
But my head says, run, escape, this is danger, danger. Anyway, I'm so glad that I did it. I'm so glad that I'm here. I'm so glad that even in being in this resort and seeing that I'm the only American, I'm realizing how brave I am and how brave he is to have traveled, this distance, saying yes, not believing that. You gave me something when we came that said she believed she could, so she did.
That's powerful, by the way. Just
yes.
On that one, it's sort of, I tend to create unique experiences for each client, and also they get those welcome gifts. It could be books, it could be the stationery, it could be something. And intuitively, when I saw this booklet, she believed she could do it, so she did. It reminded me, first of all, myself, Tammy, then every person out there, if they had this certainty and belief in themselves, I could imagine how the world would change.
And what would it be like if you started looking at what you wanted instead of what obstacles might come up? How would that translate your life? This is exactly how we did this. Through all of the different scenarios that came up, we just worked through it because the goal was for me to grow. And you committed and I committed, and then there's this amazing things that starts to occur. The individuality of him giving me that, he has no idea because he's not been to my home in the States, even though you have an invitation, you and Todor have an invitation. I have that painted and it's in my kitchen. She believes she could, so she did. So that intuitiveness of knowing me and knowing what works for me is the way that I would describe this entire trip.
And the thing is, like, one of the major obstacles that I see many of people out there doing is not only the lack of belief, but also the lack of alignment of what they truly desire in their soul, in their heart, with the reality they have around them, and being confused about how the law of attraction works, being confused about how to take that first step. and how to reprogram, re-engineer, and reinvent your mind's codes, which I talk about in all of my books, especially the unfakeable code, to generate exactly the reality you want to live in. And this is the problem that I see globally. Many people don't know what they want. And not only they don't know what they want, when I ask questions, there's no clarity behind that. Similarly, like going to an airport like Heathrow Airport, which you have 5 terminals, and you go to the information desk and you're saying, can I have a flight? And the person behind the desk looks at you like you are from another planet. Why? Because you ask a very general question, and in there you have hundreds of flights to hundreds of destinations every single minute. In similar way, if your mind is scattered in space and time, and there's no match of how these billions and trillions of information that your body absorbs, then your brain has to process, you're not gonna get exactly what you want. So therefore, when I started on this journey to create this unique method, the TJSE method, Alarm, and the 25 principles, and now creating furthermore method, what I wanted is to make it easier for people like Tammy to generate her dream, to wake up her goddess energy, so she can go out there and serve as many people as possible and integrate all of her abilities, all of her experiences, all of her knowing, and everything she's been doing for years into something that now we've developed. We started the work in Vital Planning in Macedonia, creating the series of books and IPs, and we're going to be doing digital courses and all of those things that follow up. But none of that would happen if she did not say yes, because most of you know I don't come cheap, but I do deliver 30 years of pain you would go through, and knowledge and wisdom all integrated for you, ready, custom made for you to generate exactly what you want.
It's amazing. It really is. And one of the things that I would say is that I intuitively know things, but to know them, to really be able to look at the science of it, to have that grounding for me has been healing in a lot of ways. So yesterday when he's talking to me about how many trillions of information we see and take in or receive, and then what the brain does, and then what the filters intrinsically, what the filters are, what those stages are, I was blown away. I was saying, wait, I gotta get it, I've got to get it. And then when you're introduced to something of this level of genius, intelligence, of how everything in the world, even going swimming with him, even walking down the beach, and there's dogs that joined us today, and they played, and every time we ran, they ran, and then the hotel wanted to run them off because they could be dangerous too, equal and opposite. It's fascinating to be introduced to these terms, and then to be able to ground them in the physicality, in this world that we live in, to realize the biology and the sociology and the psychology and what's going on in the spiritual realm. It grounds every single thing that I've been doing, every single thing that I offer my clients, and now I can offer them more, because now I understand it on a physical level and the way that the brain functions. And I appreciate you and all that you did to learn how to grow and to get this information for us. I don't think this is out there anywhere. If it is, I don't know about it.